All right, if you would introduce yourself, tell people where we're at today.
My name is Delbert R. Harris, Lil Raskull, a.k.a. Raz, a.k.a. alias 5 Feet Mogul. We're a digital service, man, home of anything that's been Grammy Award winning, platinum, gold out of Houston. That artist has probably done some recording at the studio right here at Digital Service.
Cool. And what are we doing today?
Today, I am here on behalf of JVO Records and James Riley of Riley Music Nation. We're getting ready to shoot the video for James Riley's single, Praise. Powerful, life-changing song, man.
And you just recently kind of connected him to the label that you run. How did that come about? And I guess maybe tell people who don't know kind of your relationship to Riley.
Oh, me and Riley, we go back 15 years or better. He used to be a hip-hop artist, which when y'all hear the song and see the video, I'm like, no way, not this guy. But he used to be a hip-hop artist, and me and him met back then, you know, formed a relationship. And just through the course of time of music business, we just kind of fell out of touch. And probably maybe a year ago, he started sending me some new stuff, but it wasn't hip-hop. It was like contemporary. And I was like, get out of here, man. This is not you. And we would talk back and forth. And a couple months ago, he contacted me and said, he said, Raz, man, I want to roll with you in JVO. And I was like, oh, are you sure? It's nothing I can do to enhance what you got going on. But he just wanted to team up with me. And so I took, you know, my machine for what I got with JVO and put some steroids into the single, man. And you about to see the results of it.
Yeah. So when you said you heard his new sound early on, did you not think it was good or quality, or it was just so different than what you knew from before? From
Riley as an artist, it was like night and day. And that's probably not even a good description.
Yeah.
And it was excellent. It wasn't a hip-hop artist trying to do contemporary. He killed it. And I couldn't believe it was him. That's how good, you know, his contemporary stuff is. It was done, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So what are going to be some of the challenges you think of your experience in hip-hop moving into Christian contemporary, or however you want to position the sound now?
It's going to challenge me because, of course, I'm a hip-hop guy. I'm not completely submersed in the hip-hop to where I have no vision.
Yeah.
So I believe the only challenge is going to be me stretching, which I love to do that. Anybody who knows me know I love changes. As for Riley, it's no change. I mean, he's a, you know, pastor, father, husband, you know, so he just being himself. I think all the challenges will probably just come from me being reintroduced into the music industry as you know, a label owner of contemporary.
Yeah.
They were like, nah, man, you Raz, you hip hop, how you got? But you know, I love it. I love it, man. I asked him a million times, "Are you sure, Riley? Me, Riley? Yo, are you sure, Riley?" He was, man, you know, he was convinced. So didn't take much to convince me.
Yeah. And is this a style of music that you typically listen to, or is this somewhat new for you? I'm
not a consumer of contemporary, and it's basically because, you know, I heard I won't quote the artist, but I heard artists say this. I won't quote who it is, right? But people buy into artists; they don't buy into songs, and I believe that's probably why I never purchased much contemporary in the past. I never been close to a contemporary artist or somebody from the contemporary industry, and we happen to be close. But of course, me and, you know, Riley's relationship, man, you know, even if we split, which we don't, knock on wood, I'm a fan, more so than a business partner or a label owner of his latest stuff. I'm a fan.
Yeah,
you know, he got me for lifetime as a fan. So
yeah, and some people may think of that genre or community of contemporary Christian music as mostly a white audience and white sound and white performers, and you're African American, Riley's African American. Do you think race will play a factor, or your race can benefit that stuff?
Good question, Sketch. You want to turn the camera off for this?
Yeah.
Now I think race may play some part because it's, and I'm not gonna say racism. I will say race will play part because it's just something new. You know, it's like seeing a white running back. You know, it just don't happen. But if you got one who's as good as, well, I won't say Ray Rice because he in the media right now. But if you got one that's as good as Aaron Foster or whatever, which I'm not a racist, y'all. That's just me being funny right now. It'll stretch you. You know, you'll be leery. You know, sometimes I sit at stoplights, and I give you a long story for a short answer. I sit at stoplights, and the light will turn green, and nobody moves. And then when a person hit their gas and go, then everybody go. And I think it's the same scenario when you got like a black artist from the hip hop background doing contemporary. I think everybody I hope not, because we need the record sales quote. But everybody just may be like, do we buy this? Is this serious? And the minute somebody grab it and take it for what it is, which is a life-changing song, I think it's gonna open the floodgate, man. So
yeah, and you're here doing a video today. Tell me about your experience or where you've seen the power of video and visuals now, in the way that works with the music business and introducing songs and stuff.
Great question. If you're a new artist and you're looking at this interview, sight and sound is married. If you go into the studio to record a hit song, be ready. As soon as you pen the song, be ready to pen visuals for it. Because the two are married now. There's so many songs I've heard recently that I saw the video before I even heard the single audio-wise. And so sight and sound is married. Matter of fact, the song Praise has been done for a while. And I told Riley, nah, man, we're not going to release it until we finish the video. Because when it gets birthed to the world, the way it should be, we got to have both of those things in place, man. So today, nowadays, is they married, they joint, they Siamese twins. You can't separate the two, man. Sight and sound go together. So.
Yeah, I know one thing he's talked about on this single and the one before even is about how he wants to use his music to help reach people that are depressed or facing suicide and that sort of thing. So how do you think some of the ways are that music can benefit people that are going through those kind of things?
I think that's really outside of, party music and music you listen to when you want to have a good time. I think that's the most powerful way music can be used. When someone is going through something, you really not trying to hear about how many Bentleys somebody bought or how much fun they having. You really looking for some battery power, something to inspire you. And so, Roddy did it. He accomplished that, man. By the time y'all are able to go get the single, you'll see it. This is not hype. This is not a commercial, even though it is a commercial for J-Bo Records and what we doing. It's no exaggeration in what I'm saying. You close your eyes, you're going through something, you play the song Praise, it will inspire you. It's going to boost you.
Yeah. And you've got kids, you work with kids with some of the track stuff that you've done. What are things that you see that kids are facing that are causing them stress and depression and those sort of things? What are issues that they're facing?
I think it's not a new scenario. I think it happened at the beginning of time. It was the Bible said, you eat a tree of good knowledge, man, that was forbidden. And I believe that's what the case is nowadays. Information is so broad. It's a kid could get information anywhere, and I think that's what's causing so much, or causing the depression or stress today. It's like kids are being able to access information that should be guarded from to a certain age, and there's still ways you can guard it from them, but it's so accessible nowadays. I remember being young, growing up in the hood. My mother just had an open relationship with me and my brothers and sisters. Times where she struggled with rent, and I remember being in the middle school worrying about us, we gonna get kicked out. To me, that's too much for a kid to be worrying about. I need to be worried about how to get this algebra problem or do my subtraction right, not worrying about is the landlord gonna put my stuff, but that was too much information is my point. And I believe that's the same thing nowadays. When you see kids going through depression at a young age, it's probably just, they've been exposed to too much.
Yeah. Cool. Any final things about this song or the Riley's career and the music that you guys are putting out?
Hey, absolutely. And I talked to Riley about this as well. If you're an artist and you listening to this, man, y'all feel free to cover this song. Of course, we want James Riley to be successful as an artist, but I believe the compositions that he made go beyond him, go beyond me. I think he's getting this stuff from heaven and just releasing it to the world. So I want to encourage artists who love the song, man, y'all do a cover song. Get in touch with us. Say, hey, Raz, we want to do a cover on praise. I have no problems with that. We will license it out. I think the song needs to be heard. People who may not listen to me or Riley, but they may listen to a Third Day or Newsboys. I'm welcoming all artists, man, to pick up, you know, the sheet music to this and do a cover on it, because it's a powerful song, and I believe the world needs to hear it.
Yeah, and probably even you can probably even see it being sung in corporate worship settings at churches and stuff. So.
I told Riley that. I said, man, I see, you know, if it's anything I can compare it to, maybe like Happy, you know. People just adopted Happy as their own song. We forgot that For Real made the song, you know, and I think this is the same. It had the same power for us in the Christian genre, that this song is universal. It could be picked up and played by any band, any singer, and had the same effect that Riley gives through it, you know.
Yeah, cool. And where can they find out about Javo and Riley and all that stuff?
You can look us up on Facebook at this point in time. Javo Records on Facebook page, Twitter at Javo Records, Twitter me at 5 Feet Mogul. You get more of my rant. Riley is not a social site guy. I'm gonna make him, force him, headlock him to get active on social sites, man. But Google me, Lil Raskull, Raz. Google Javo Records, man. We not hard to find, you know.
Yeah, cool.